This is Toaster again. Welcome to another start of a new visual novel, Echo. A little bit of an older one, but a really good one all the same, I've heard. I haven't played it at all, just barely got it, just downloaded it. Um, and we might be either live streaming or uploading another Remember the Flowers episode soon, so stick around for that. But without further ado, let's begin a new game. I knew you'd be back. You all come back eventually. Why do you try to run away in the first place? It doesn't matter. Even though you're here, you're going to try and run again. Just stop. Because just like this town, you're only moving in circles. Saturday. Yeah, Mom, I brought it. No, I've got everything. No, TJ's with us. We picked him up yesterday. No, I did call you yesterday. There was no answer. Fine. Yeah. I'll try more than once next time. So I'm. Of course they're clean. Listen, I'm driving right now, so. Yeah, so I shouldn't be on the phone, should I? I'm gonna hang up. Okay, love you too. Bye. I sigh and friendly hang up the phone, dropping it in my lap. TJ, next to me in the passenger seat, stretches back and scratches behind his ear. Oh, that's cute. It's been a while since I've seen your mom. How is she? I shrug. Fine, I think. She wouldn't tell me if she wasn't anyway. TJ taps a foot against the dashboard before yawning. Wow, feels like we've been driving for days. Normally, TJ wasn't one to whine, but the long drive was obviously getting to him. It was getting to all of us, honestly. Look over at him. We're almost there. Why don't you listen to some music or something? My phone's been dead for the past 2 hours. I didn't know it would take us 8 hours to get there. I sigh. Whether that dig was purposeful or not, I still feel a little embarrassed. I'll admit, I got us lost for a few hours. Route 93 is hard to find, even with the GPS. It's no wonder that Echo's in the state it's in. You should have brought a book. These don't run out of batteries. Those don't run out of batteries. Look up into the rearview mirror and see Jenna hold up a hefty book called Cognition. TJ sighs. All my books are on my phone. Why don't you listen to the radio? TJ starts to reach for the dial. Don't bother. All we get out here are Hicks stations. I have some music on my phone, though. Do you have an aux cable, Chase? In this clunker? No. But like I said, we're almost there. Just having the three of us here is a little awkward, unbalanced. I wonder if completing our little group will bring back that old chemistry. I think about seeing Carl, Flynn, and Leo again. It makes my heart skip a beat. Take Route 127 onto Flint Road. A jerk back to the press onto the brakes as I swerve onto the next ramp. Exit ramp. Whoa. Sorry. Jeez, come on, pay attention. TJ adds a little giggle to lighten the chastisement, but my face gets hot anyway. Hey, me and Jenna went 3 hours out of our way to pick you up from CCU. You could have taken the bus. No, I'm grateful. I'd just rather this not be the place I die. We continue down Flint Road for about 50 minutes in silence, while I avoid the ever-increasing number of potholes in the road. I think we're all a little nervous now as we get closer to our destination. Unsurprisingly, there isn't another car in sight. You guys excited? I look in my rearview mirror again and see that Jenna has put down her book, staring at the window. I actually haven't given a whole lot of thought as to how I feel about the whole thing. Yeah. Be great to see everyone again. It's been way too long. I meant Echo. Are you excited to go back? Oh, I didn't really know how to answer that. Is excited the right word? Sure as hell is stressful. As long as we can get back for a hike, we can go for a hike. I don't want to be sitting around in the motel all day. Well, it beats having a heat stroke in the desert. Are you seriously hiking the trail? Oh, come on, it'll be fun. At least I know Chase will come. TJ smiles at me, raising his brows. It's too hard to say no to such an eager face, at least right now. Yeah, yeah, of course. Anyway, it sounds like you've only got the boys on your mind, Chase. Leo, maybe? Make a slight right onto Lake Emma Road. I ignore Jenna, pretending to be distracted with adjusting the GPS. A few more minutes of silence pass before Jenna speaks up again. So this, so this news thing you're making, what's it about exactly? I swerve a little to avoid another pothole. A news packet. If you remember, there was this one crazy thing that happened in the early 1900s. I read a little bit about it, and it's pretty fucked up. Come on, Chase, language. Just thought I'd do a little more digging. Honestly, though, I just need to make sure something that looks good enough to mess with. Well, that sounds kind of fun. Are you going to have enough time to hang out? I know Leo made some plans. This whole thing was Leo's idea, actually. When I told him that I'd be coming down to Echo for spring break, he suggested we all use it as an excuse to have a reunion. He says it hasn't been the same since the three of us left. Yeah, I should. I just need to get some B-roll and shots of the old creepy locations. Shouldn't take too long. I scratch a bit, a flash of blue. Well, sorry, I'm yawning a lot. I catch a flash of blue and see the lake to our right. The conversation dies down a bit. Pretty soon we're all lost in our own thoughts. Finally, we're round a bend, and I start to catch some glimpse of the town. The tall, rusted signs for the gas station and motel loom over the rest of the old community. Lake Emma Road emerges onto Main Street, where the motel is at. Soon enough, we're turning into the parking lot. There are only a few other cars in the parking lot. I park in the closest spot next to the door and switch off the ignition, relieved to be relieved to be done with the driving. I sit back for a moment, rubbing my eyes. Ugh. I hope you're grateful, TJ. I never want to drive that long again. Thanks, Chase. TJ hops out of the car, clearly happy to be out. Eh. TJ puts his paws into his back and stretches out from toes to ear tufts, and I can hear a few cracks. Gosh, it feels good to be out here. I smile as I follow him out and stretch as well. Though less flamboyantly, it's good to see TJ reverting back to his old cheerful self. Alright, I made the reservations, so I'll check us in. You boys want to bring in our stuff? Sure. Me and TJ head around to the trunk of the car, getting our bags and camera equipment while Jenna heads inside. I'm pleasantly surprised. While it's a bit musty, the room is spacious and genuinely clean. A lot more than I was expecting from a town like Echo. Although I've lived in the town for most of my life, I've never actually lived in the motel. Hey, this is nice. Two double beds? Yeah, I thought I'd get one of the nicer rooms, since everything here is dirt cheap. TJ sits his bags down on the bed. So I guess this'll be me and Chase's bed. Jenna can have her own, obviously. That's nice of you, TJ. Anyway, here are your key cards. She hands us both our key cards, which I slip into my back pocket. So, what am I going to eat? I'm starving. My stomach grumbles. We haven't eaten since breakfast, and it was late afternoon at this point. I pull out my phone, checking over the text from Leo. Leo said he's going to get us some sandwiches from the diner. Did you tell? Yes, I told him to substitute the bread with lettuce for yours, TJ. Nice. Alright, well, I've texted everyone that we're here. Let's at least unpack. It's going to get crowded, and I don't want all of our stuff in the way. Half an hour later, we've got all of our stuff packed away in the motel drawers. Now, I'm sitting on the bed, toying with my camera equipment while TJ watches TV and Jenna organizes her schoolwork. You know you're on vacation, right? And you didn't al- and didn't you already get into grad school? You should relax. That's exactly why I need to be keeping up. There's a knock at the door, and being the closest, I get up to answer it. I'll get it. Look through the people excitedly and see the beanie cap with a pair of some very familiar horns poking through it. I grin as I unlock the door and swing it open. Carl! Chase. I slap paws with him and pull him into a hug, and immediately get a whiff of the pungent scent of pot. Despite that, his embrace is warm and plush, and his belly squishes against my body like a pillow through his jacket. There's an underlying sturdiness, though, and I feel his biceps bulge around my shoulders. Had he been working out? I put my paws up to his shoulders and push him back, looking him over. He's changed a bit since I last seen him. He's definitely bulkier, and the fur on his face is a bit shaggier. His eyes are a little red, and expression is a little glazed, but like he's daydreaming about some place far away from here. Still getting blazed, huh? You know it. His joking nature drops a bit as he gives me a genuine smile. It's good to see you again. I feel warm inside as I smile back. You too. Is that Carl I hear? Carl and I step back into the room, the ram remaining slouched as we do. Hey, Jenna. Carl, how have you been? Not bad, just living life, like I'm a bee. Sounds like he's starting to sing the lyrics to a song, but he trails off as we all look at him expectantly. He just smiles back. Huh? Hey, is that TJ? Hi. Though he's smiling happily, TJ is outright crinkling his nose. Still up to your old habits, huh? Carl shrugs. I'm starting to remember that it's something he does a lot. It's his answer to almost everything. It's good. It's quiet for a moment. Then I clap my paws together. So, what have you been up to, Carl? You're not online that often. Carl shrugs. Oh, just hanging out. Must be kind of boring, considering it's Echo. Nothing. Not going outside helps. You been able to find a job? I know they closed the old corner market you used to work at. Yeah, been kind of hard since pretty much everything's closed around here. On top of that, I still don't have a car that can get me to Python. Oof, that's right. You crashed the one your parents got you. TJ is grinning it sympathetically, but Carl hunches further into himself, looking sulky. Man, don't kill the vibe. What about school? Been thinking about going back? Not really. Maybe. Carl's starting to lose that faraway look as he narrows his eyes. You should. You went for what, a semester? That's not really enough time to tell if you're really cut out for college. Classes get easier to handle once you get used to it. Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly the schoolwork that was the problem. You could try smoking less weed. That might help. What? Is this. Was this headed for an intervention or something? Carl looks over to me, as if asking for help. Hey, don't look at me. I had to deal with them for the past 10 hours. Yeah, guess I just forgot how nagging they can be. That's because we care about you, Carl. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Chase has been missing you since you left school. Carl and I were in the same class throughout school. As a result, we entered college together. We even roomed together for that one semester, which was a lot of fun, of course. I'd missed him. Carl seems pretty eager to get off the topic, though. Speaking of school, didn't you get accepted into Western Virginia, Jenna? Yep, going into experimental psych. I start in the fall. That's pretty cool. Congrats. Carl turns back to me. And you're into journalism, right? He looks me over. He looks over the equipment looking confused. What's all this? Oh, yeah, one of the reasons why I'm out here. I'm doing a new segment on Echo. Sounds like the feel-good movie of the year, Chase. That's what you get out of the feel-good town of the century, Carl. Yeah. Carl scratches his mouth before turning to TJ. And you're doing what again? Sports, something, Bible Olympics? Athletic training, but yes, it's a Christian school. Carl gives a thumbs up. Super. So we gonna eat? I'm hungry as hell. Hell is a little extreme there, Carl. Not even you can be that hungry. Sure. Where's Leo? He's bringing the sandwiches, right? He actually just texted me that he's here. He was picking up Flynn. So we're gonna be here. So we're all gonna be here, just like old times. TJ almost looks like that little lynx again. TJ almost looks like that little kid lynx again, his ears twitching around with excitement. Oh, there they are. I grip the bedspread and watch as Carl moves around the corner to open the door. I hear it open, followed by the distinctive, deep, brassy voice of Flynn. Hey, why are you getting the door, fatty? To get my sandwiches, dickface. I got the munchies like a mother. Eh, where are they? Leo has them. Here he is. Hey, they all in here? My heart skips a beat, and my tail thumps the bed as I hear Leo's high baritone. There's something bustling before they start coming around the corner, bringing me face to face with the rest of my childhood friends. Flynn comes in first, slinking in casually, his posture loose and relaxed, slouching. Unlike Carl, though, his slouch makes him more like he just doesn't give a fuck, as opposed to just trying to make himself look smaller. He wasn't a shy guy, as evidenced by his open shirt. And who you callin' a dick face? Flynn knocks Carl on the head, which makes a loud thunking sound, while Carl just grins throughout. Hey, Jenna, DJ, Chase. He nods to each of us in turn, rubbing his knuckles. Immediately following him, his arms wrapped around two big brown paper bags, is Leo. He smiles over the top of the bags, sweeping the room with his eyes along with his tall, rectangular ears. He pauses on Jenna, then TJ, before finding me. His face immediately breaks into a full-on grin as he walks over to the bed I'm sitting on, setting down the bags. As he continues to stop in front of me, I reach out my paw to slap his, like I did with Carl. Instead, he grabs it to yank me into a tight bear hug, nearly squeezing the air out of me. Chase! Man, I missed you. Just like Carl, it seems like Leo's gotten bigger and stronger. He lifted me up with he lifted me up without even trying. The tension I've been feeling in my chest melts away like an ice cube on an echo sidewalk. Everything's fine. All of that worry about how he was going to react was for nothing. The hug is lasting kind of long, though. I can feel everyone looking at us. And just like that, he forgets we exist. Leo finally does pull back, then smack me on the shoulder before returning to greet Jenna and TJ. I shakily sit back down, feeling a whole lot better now that the introductions are out of the way. Fuck. Leave Carl in a room for 5 seconds and it smells like a goddamn skunk sauna. The weed is just oozing out of your pores at this point. Flynn theatrically, plugs his nostrils as he pulls the window open a crack. Carl rolls his eyes, slouching further and jamming his paws into his pockets. Oh, shut up. I think everyone here agrees that my smell is a lot better than your shedding. Nothing like leaving a big pile of disinterest on the couch for the next person. And by the way, dude, that skunk comment was speciesist. And that loser comment wasn't? Flynn turns to me, fanning air in from the outside with his hand. What's worse, Chase? Carl's smell or my dusting off? Huh, dusting off? That's not a thing. Try saying white flakes that chip off me when every step I take. Except when I scratch my ass. Then it's like a fucking blizzard of dead skin. And some of it might land in your mouth. That's what you should call it. Hey, you furballs do it too. It's just less noticeable. Either way, it's hot in here. Aren't you cold-blooded? Someone turn on the goddamn thermostat. Everybody turn down your language, haha. TJ says it to him like a cheerful kindergartner teacher, pep talking a student into using his words. They stare at each other for about 5 seconds, Flynn's expression like a stone, while TJ slowly loses his smile. Eh. Oh, Jesus, butt fucking Christ! I'll be sure to watch that. Flynn. TJ actually looks pretty upset, but Flynn just reaches out and yanks him into a chokehold. That much shorter lynx, easily dwarfed by the lizard. Ah, shut up, you priss. I'm just kidding. TJ half-heartedly fights the hold. I guess TJ thought he'd be getting some respect now that we're all adults. Hey, ow. You still said it. Normally, I might step in to help, but it's been a while since I've seen Flynn and TJ go at it. It's just too funny to stop. Look, no lightning. So much for your almighty Oof! TJ jabs his elbow back into Flynn's stomach, doubling the lizard over in a second. Huh, see? Huh, see? God works in a mysterious way. Ow! Flynn reaches up and grabs one of his tufts on TJ's ears and yanks, earning a yowl from the feline. Foul species features. Species features was something we made up to make our tussles a little more fair. It involved any distinct physical difference between our species that might pose as a disadvantage, like my tail, Jenna's ears, or TJ's ear tufts. Carl was especially keen on it. Being a ram, his horns were often used as leverage against him. TJ, come on, get your sandwich. TJ finally yanks himself out of Flynn's grasp, smoothing down his fur as he tries to look as dignified as possible. Well, I can see things haven't changed. With that, TJ walks over to the table and to get his food. I can't help but laugh. I think TJ won by technicality. Or did he? He might have fouled too. Flynn's got a soft lizard belly. Flynn snorts, rubbing his stomach. Oh, don't even try to tell me about soft, asshole. Looks like you swallowed a beach ball. Speaking of which, food. And I know it's already kind of early to stop, but I want to leave it there for today. Just because I want to, again, this is an experiment. I want to see how um, I'm still trying to figure out how going about these would work, um, how long I should do them and such. So, thank you all for joining me, those of you who did. Um, and once again, for the third time, shout out to Blythe for inspiring me. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.